So students, we are in the last concept now, and it is also called students T distribution. Students, this one is the last continuous probability distribution which we have, T distribution, which is also called as students T distribution, and even this distribution is derived from the normal distribution itself by W.S. Gossett in 1908. Students, what is this T distribution? This T distribution is basically used in testing of hypothesis, which we will learn in the future chapter, and basically this is used where the value of n is very small. We use it for testing of mean, we use it for testing of equality of means. For all these things we use students T distribution. Let us get some basics of this students T distribution. Firstly, this is a continuous probability distribution, and since it's a continuous probability distribution, it has got a probability density function which is PDF, probability density function, and we can write it as f of t is equal to k, which is a constant which can assume any value, into 1 divided by 1 plus t square by n, close the bracket, to the power n plus 1 by 2. This is the probability density function for students T distribution. F of t is equal to k into 1 by 1 plus t square plus n to the power n plus 1 by 2. Now, what is the range of this T distribution? The range of T distribution is same as normal distribution, minus infinity, t, and then plus infinity. How many parameters does it have? Students T distribution has only one parameter, which is n. Next, what will be the mean of it? Remember, in students T distribution, I told you it is same like derived from a normal distribution. Here, mean, median and mode all are equal to 0. Mean, median and mode all are equal to 0. Remember, T distribution is also a leptokurtic distribution. It will have a leptokurtic curve which is a very high curve, and variance, students, variance is equal to n divided by n minus 2, but remember here n has to be always greater than 2. N has to be always greater than 2. This is the variance, which is n divided by n minus 2. So these are all the things that you need to know from students T distribution. I hope everything is proper and very clear here. Even here we have n degrees of freedom, parameter is n, only one parameter it has, mean, median and mode all are equal to 0. Variance is equal to n divided by n minus 2, or n, and remember n has to be always greater than 2. Let us see a few sums now from students T distribution. Well students, once we have finished with the properties, now we need to see a few questions here. Imagine a question is given to you saying, in a student's T distribution where degrees of freedom is 8, that means n is equal to 8. Degrees of freedom is given as 8, and they have given you the question, find out mean and variance. We have to find out mean as well as variance. How would we do this kind of a question? Pretty simple. We have it right here. Mean, median or mode. Whatever they ask, it is always 0 in students T distribution. So you will write the answer. Therefore, mean is equal to 0. And for variance, we have a formula. Variance is equal to n divided by n minus 2. And degrees of freedom is given to as 8. So substitute 8 divided by 8 minus 2, which is 8 by 2 is 6. Simplify it and get the answer. See how much you will get the answer as. You should get the answer as 1.33. And this is the answer for variance. Imagine another question, students. Say they have given to you a slightly different question now. They will not give you this time the degrees of freedom is 8. They will give you, for a t distribution, the parameter is 10. You immediately need to recollect t distribution has only one parameter, which is n. And when they have given to you a question saying the parameter of a t distribution is 10, that means they are indirectly telling you n is equal to 10. And imagine here they have given you find median and standard deviation. Median, you will immediately write it as, you will write the answer. Okay, I know the answer. Median is 0. Because the property itself says mean, median, mode, anything in a t distribution is 0. So you can directly write it. Now, you might wonder, what is the formula for standard deviation? From the beginning till now, any distribution we have taken, we know that standard deviation is always the square root of variance. So, square root of, what is the variance here? N by n minus 2. So, the same thing applies here. N by n minus 2, that is square root of n is 10 by 10 minus 2. When you simplify this, students, and then you take the square root, you will get the answer here 1.118. This is the answer you will get when you do the square root and find the answer. You will get 10 minus 10 minus 2, which is 10 by 8. 10 by 8 is 1.25 and the square root of 1.25 is 1.118. So, students, by this, we not only conclude students' t distribution, but we have finished the entire theoretical distributions chapter. Now, all you need to do is prepare every day, persevere it every day, practice, do a lot of writing and aim for 100, because only then you will score really well. All the best. Thank you and see you in the next chapter.